How do you measure an LLM app when there is no single correct answer to compare against? Traditional software has unit tests with exact expected outputs. Language models give you fluent, varied text, so a simple string match tells you almost nothing. This is the skill that quietly separates a demo from a product. Without it, you are shipping on vibes, and vibes do not survive contact with real users. The mechanism has three parts. First, freeze a representative dataset of inputs, ideally drawn from real traffic. Second, score every output two ways. Cheap exact checks like is it valid JSON plus an LLM-judge for the fuzzy qualities like faithfulness and tone. Third, wire the whole thing into your pipeline, so a regression blocks the release exactly like a failing test. Evaluation you do not automate is evaluation you stop doing. Let us walk one concrete evaluation. 200 real questions, each with an approved answer. Every candidate output gets a cheap format check and a judge score for faithfulness. Version 2 averages 3.6 out of 5. Add a re-ranker and version 3 hits 4.2. You ship version 3 because the number moved and you can prove it. A judge is just another prompt. You give it a rubric and ask for a structured score with a reason. Loop it over the dataset. Record each score and you get one number you can track release over release, plus a written reason for every low score to investigate. Asking for the why field is not optional. It is what turns a mysterious low score into an actionable bug report. Now the catch, documented by Zheng and colleagues in 2023, the judge itself is biased. It tends to favor the first answer it sees. It rewards length even when length adds nothing, and it flatters outputs from its own model family. So, randomize the answer order, cap or normalize length, and never let a model be the sole judge of its own family. Do that, and judges go from a party trick to a reliable metric. Plotted over versions, evaluation turns opinion into a curve you can defend in a review. Each bar is a release. Instead of arguing about which prompt feels better, you point at the chart and ship the one the numbers support. There are two kinds of evaluation, and you want both. Offline evals run on a frozen dataset in CI and gate the release. Online evals score a sample of real traffic after it ships, where the messy inputs live. Offline tells you a change is safe to release. Online tells you the world has shifted under you. Skip either one and you will be surprised in production. There is an important choice hiding inside have a judge score it, so let us look under the hood. Pointwise scoring asks the judge to rate one answer from 1 to 5. It is simple but noisy because absolute scores wander. Pairwise scoring instead shows the judge two answers and asks which is better. Pairwise is far more reliable for close calls, which is why the chatbot arena behind the 2023 paper used exactly this approach and turned the wins into an ELO-style ranking. The practical rule: use Pointwise for a quick gate and pairwise when you are choosing between two genuinely close candidates. The hardest part of evaluation is not the judge, it is the dataset. So here is how strong teams build one. They mine real production traffic instead of inventing toy questions, because real users ask things you would never think to test. They deliberately label the edge cases and the failures they have actually seen. And the set is a living thing. Every notable production failure becomes a new test case the following week. A curated 200 examples often beats a random 10,000. A few traps quietly ruin evaluations, so let us name them. With 20 examples, one lucky run looks like real progress. With a single judge from one family, the score flatters itself. And a mean of 4.2 can still hide the 5% of answers that leak data or invent facts. Always inspect the worst cases, not just the average. You will not handwrite judges from scratch. Frameworks ship them tuned and tested. RAGAS and DeepEval bring ready metrics. LangSmith, LangFuse, and Braintrust host your datasets and run judges in CI. Promptfoo is a great starting point. It runs in your pipeline from a simple YAML file, so evals gate every pull request from day one. So what is RAGAS? It is an open source library dedicated to evaluating retrieval augmented generation. Instead of writing judges yourself, you get ready-made metrics like faithfulness and answer relevance. Under the hood, it uses an LLM-as-a-Judge, tuned for RAG. That saves you from building an evaluation harness from scratch. Here it is in practice. For RAG, RAGAS gives you the metrics almost for free. Hand it a dataset of questions, retrieve contexts and answers, and it returns faithfulness and relevance as numbers you can chart and gate on. From here, it is a small step to run this in CI and fail the build whenever faithfulness drops below your threshold. Put the right numbers on your evaluation dashboard. Track the score trend across releases so you see direction, not just a snapshot. And periodically check your judge against a few human labels to confirm it still agrees with people. Most importantly, watch the 5th percentile, your worst cases. A great average with an ugly tail is exactly the profile that produces embarrassing screenshots. Let us pull the 4 essentials of evaluation together. First, freeze a golden dataset drawn from real traffic. Second, score every output with cheap exact checks plus an LLM-judge for the fuzzy qualities. Third, correct the judge's biases with randomized order and length control. And fourth, run the whole thing in CI so a regression fails the build. Do that, and is it good? Stops being an argument and becomes a number you can point at release after release. The one-line answer? To evaluate live traffic, though, you first have to see it trace by trace. That is observability, and it is next.